early in the football game, but you just said it. Arizona has a chance to go up 17-3 into the half, get the football back. Utah is not built to play from behind, especially with a true freshman quarterback.
Fafita rolling right, and he's going to throw it away. Good coverage downfield. So now third down, and a chance for the Utes to get a stop. It's going to get loud.
Yeah, you're going to see why Rice-Eccles Stadium is one of the best environments and venues in all of college football. Their fan base, they know they need to stop. They need to get the football back to their offense with a chance to get points before halftime. You can hear this crowd.
36-3, Utah is at home over the last 6 or so years. Pressure comes. Fafita gets away. Fafita running for his life, throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. He had two receivers, the two survey guys, McMillan and Burnett. It was like a high school game broke out here in Salt Lake. It's fourth down.
Well, when in doubt, Kyle Whittingham and his football team, they're going to be bringing pressure in these situations. They bring pressure, nowhere to go with the football early on in the play. Noah Fafita didn't have an outlet, but he did a great job of getting outside the pocket, keeping the play alive. But credit Utah's defense and their secondary for getting off the field and getting the football back to their offense with an opportunity to get points before half.
That's a huge stop. So you got Pittman back there as the return man for Utah. And the punt was almost blocked. Then there was contact made with the punter. The ball's going to angle out of bounds. So we'll see on 4th and 10. Michael Salgado Medina, Utah almost got a piece of it.
Well, this is going to be huge because if it's roughing the punter, it's an automatic first down. If it's just running into the punter, then it's only a 5-yard penalty and it'll remain 4th down.
That did not look like a personal foul to me, personally.
I agree.
Just kind of clipped the ankle.
Running into a punter is just when the punter is displaced.
Running to the kicker. Defense and penalties decline. First down, Utah.
So that's exactly what it was. Now, it was a well-executed punt, particularly considering all the pressure on Salgado Medina, because Utah's got the ball at their own 7-yard line. And this will be interesting, Brock, whether the true freshman quarterback, Isaac Wilson, who's really played well. Utah has 3 timeouts. But whether Kyle Whittingham is willing to let his offense try to go get some points here.
I think you're going to find out a lot about how Coach Whittingham and the rest of the staff feel about the young quarterback. There's plenty of time to go get points. You have 3 timeouts, over a minute left on the clock before halftime. There's more than enough time, but also you have a true freshman quarterback at the helm tonight, making his 3rd career start. You would also understand if they do a couple handoffs and elect to go into halftime and regroup.
Cam Rising all week long. Utah was trying to get him ready. He came and warmed up again tonight, but they made the decision yesterday internally that Isaac Wilson was going to be the guy again. And overall, he's played well. The story for Utah has been in the red zone. They have not turned their drives into points. Throwing on first down across the middle, and a perfect delivery outside the 20 on the first down. The clock will stop. That's Grant Keefe, the tight end.
Love that anticipation by the young quarterback. He lets that football go well before Keithie's head is turned around.
I think we have our answer about the confidence level. Quick hitter, left side. That one tackled inbounds, and Utah probably needs to use one of those timeouts. They will. That was Singer again. He's had a huge first half. His 7th catch for Utah, but a play that only gets you a couple yards, and you have to burn one of those timeouts.
Timeout, Utah. The first of the half. 30 seconds in lane.
So just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Utah trailing 10-3. This season, Allstate will celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. Arizona's got a kicker who's a huge weapon. Utah's kicker, Cole Becker, he's got a leg, and we're 4,000 feet or so above sea level, so it's a good kicking environment. Maybe not quite as much of a weapon as Tyler Luke, but you're figuring that Utah has to get the ball down somewhere close to the 35-yard line to have a realistic shot at a field goal?
That's what I'm thinking, Flem. You get to the 35, you have a good shot at 3. Anything outside of that, just probably a little bit too far for your kicker.
And we apologize for our clock on our graphic. For some reason, we can't get that right. It's 43 seconds. Clock was stopped on the timeout across the middle, and another catch, but then the ball comes out. Keithy, and they'll say incomplete. Keithy is down on the turf. He had it, and the ball came out, but they're ruling the pass incomplete, that is a break for Utah, because that was going to be a fumble recovered by Arizona.
It's a rare drop by Keithy, who's down on the play. Give a lot of credit to Genesis Smith.
For an injury to an offensive player.
Stepping in for the injured Traden Stoops, making a great play to punch that football out.
Grant Keithy is so talented, but has had such a hard time in his career staying healthy. You hope that he's all right. That was pretty close to a catch.
It was really close. Just like its coach, though, Genesis Smith gets his left arm around Keithy, punches it out with his right.
Well, you think that's a play that they might take a look at?
I don't know why they wouldn't.
It was a little bobble. Then it looked to me like he kind of tucked it in and took at least a step forward. The senior from Katy, Texas, who's made so many big plays over the years for Utah.
3-time all-conference selection.
Already has 5 touchdowns this year, 4 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he's been in the Wildcat quarterback position for the Utes a couple times this year.
All right, he's going to sit up. That's a good sign. He'll hop up and head to the sideline, but not looking 100%. I'm sure they'll give him a more thorough check during halftime. Well, I guess we did not review that play because it's 3rd and 7, 35 seconds on the clock.
If I'm Arizona here, I'm going to bring some pressure on the young quarterback. I think Isaac Wilson's played a really good game, but when he has been under duress in the pocket, the football's floated on him a couple times.
They're down at 7, Utah. Pressure comes, the throw, and what a catch! Beautiful! That's Pittman, Micah Pittman. And now Wilson has to peel himself up off the turf after taking a hit. 21 yards. Utah hustled to the line.
Unbelievable throw and catch. Big number 3, Trey Smith, 6'5", 270 pounds, hitting Isaac Wilson right in the face.
So they're going to review that catch. Pittman, I guess there was some question whether he came down with it cleanly. Man, no question about the toughness of Isaac Wilson. He is hanging in there tonight.
No, that was big-time football, Flem. I had just said Wilson had struggled a little bit under pressure. But I tell you what, every time he steps foot on that field as a true freshman, he's going to get better and better. Stares down the pressure and fires an absolute dime down the field to Micah Pittman. I mean, that football could not have been put in a better location for Pittman to make a play.
I mean, it's allowed to touch the turf if you still have control of the ball.
That's right, full and complete possession. The ball cannot move as it makes contact with the turf.
From that angle, it's really hard to tell. He cradled and tumbled over with the ball in his hand, though.
Well, you got to remember the initial ruling on the field is a catch. So without indisputable video evidence, you're not going to be able to call this an incomplete pass.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a catch stands.
Yeah, and I mean, it was close. I see why they took a look at that one, but I think he caught it. I think that's a good call.
I agree. I think the officials got that one right. What a play by Micah Pittman and a perfect throw by Isaac Wilson.
So now the clock is obviously a factor. 29 seconds. You got 2 timeouts, Utah does. Needing at least another 15, but maybe more to get into realistic field goal range. Ball snapped. Wilson throws over the top, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time. Intended for Pittman again.
It's fantastic coverage. Genesis Smith ran the route for Pittman. Just Arizona coming out in man-to-man coverage. Isaac Wilson doing a great job of recognizing he has a big box fade, a man-to-man opportunity to push the football down the field. Just wasn't able to connect.
You said Genesis Smith's name a couple times in this first half.
Well, and he's really stepping up because he's stepping in for the injured Traden Stoops. He's one of the heartbeats of the Arizona defense, one of the best defensive backs in the entire country. But Smith is really stepping up.
Stoops got injured in the first quarter, went to the locker room. 21 seconds. Wilson, plenty of time this time down the sideline and contested incomplete. Wow, what a catch, but out of bounds. Singer came down with the ball, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 10. Emmanuel Carnley had the coverage. They're showing it on the big board. Utah fans thought there should have been a penalty. They might be right.
No, I think that's a good no call. Defensive back didn't get his head around, but he did not affect Singer from catching that football in bounds. I'm just so impressed with this Arizona defense right now. Playing man coverage in this 2-minute situation, challenging the Utah wide receivers.
Play clock is all the way down to 1, and Utah is going to have to burn one of their timeouts. And you see the Utah players trying to tell their fans. There's Stooks, who's got the pads off, so that probably tells us with brace on his right knee, he's not coming back in this game. I think Utah was having a hard time communicating, and that forced them to burn their second timeout. So now, with 15 seconds on the clock, 1 timeout, you need to get the first down. There's a lot to think about for the young quarterback. Again, a reminder, 2 SEC games on ABC next Saturday. Missouri and Texas A&M at noon Eastern, and Auburn, Georgia. Georgia, we'll see how they bounce back after an incredible comeback and then falling just short. And an all-time classic game tonight in Tuscaloosa. So that's next Saturday. Meanwhile, here, Utah's undefeated record is definitely on the line. The Wildcats are playing their best game of the year by far.
Keep your eyes at the bottom of the screen. Singer versus a redshirt freshman cornerback.
3rd down. Pressure comes immediately. They throw towards Singer. It's incomplete. Wow, the pressure is starting to get to Isaac Wilson. Trey Smith this time right in Wilson's face. It's 4th and 10. And with the clock at 8 seconds, you probably have to punt the ball away. I guess you could run one long play, try to roll your quarterback out.
Please present the game clock to 10 seconds, please. 1-0.
So 10 seconds now. Kyle Whittingham's trying to strategize here about how to play this out. And I think with 10 seconds, he may send the punt team out there.
Oh, 100%. You can't risk giving the football back to Utah at a place where they can throw a Hail Mary, potentially try a long field goal. This is 100% a punt situation, but give a lot of credit to that Arizona defense. Getting off the field, challenging Utah's offense that series, playing a lot of man coverage, bringing pressure, and the defensive end, Trey Smith, the big fella off the edge, really making his presence felt that drive.
They get the punt off. Fair catch signal, and the catch made outside the 10 with the clock showing 4 seconds. Probably the Wildcats will just come out and take a knee. Utah fans, you can hear some boos. I think they're booing the officials still from that last sequence, but I think they're also just generally shocked at the way this game is playing out so far.
Shocked and probably frustrated. You know, you're coming off a week last week where you go on the road, true freshman quarterback starting. It was a game time decision, but you beat the number 15 top 15 team in the nation in Oklahoma State, and you really controlled that entire football game into the final 5 minutes, and tonight you're just sputtering. You can't get it going. You're moving the ball on offense a little bit. You're not capitalizing on touchdowns, but give a ton of credit to Arizona. They came to play.
The look for Kyle Whittingham kind of said it all. Utah last loss against an unranked team at home was back in 2017. 31 straight wins. Arizona, though, is going to get the ball to start the second half, and they have a realistic shot tonight to pull off what would be a very big upset. 10-3 Wildcats at the end of half number 1. We'll get you to the studio with Matt Berry and his crew after this short break.
máquinas mais velozes que existem, com velocidade de resposta 50% mais rápida. E o melhor, você pode ter essa tecnologia na sua sala. Nova Fast Smart TV Filco. Borda infinita, som e imagem de cinema. Quantum LED inteligência artificial. O melhor do streaming. E ultra fina.
Tem coisas que só a Filco faz pra você.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela quarta vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o Apoia foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites. Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Tá na área, ajeitou na esquerda, descoloca a vaguinha pro meio.
Começa mais um jogaço da NFL com o Perdigão na brasa. Prepara o coração aí. E essa linguicinha? Não deixa ela cair não, senão é fumble. É churrasco com Perdigão, é touchdown! Perdigão na brasa, patrocinadora oficial do churrasco e da NFL do Brasil.
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, mãe.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combinem inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos. NFL, 9h20 da noite, os Bills encaram os Ravens. Assista este jogo no Disney Plus Premium.
Lexus halftime report, and boy did Georgia, Alabama live up to the hype. What a great to get you into the primetime final window of the night. Jalen Milroe and the Tide strike early 7-0.
This is just the beginning for Alabama, what they did to begin this game.
So now 7-0, Alabama's second possession. Jam Miller, what a play call.
Yeah, great play design. They motion him out of the backfield and run the wheel with him to create the matchup with the linebacker.
Guys, it's 14-0 in the first quarter. Then Jeremy Bernard takes it to the outside. Joe, before you can take it, it's 21-0.
Alabama looks faster, they look more physical than Georgia early on.
So Georgia hadn't even had an opportunity to catch their breath, and Milroe was the best player on the field for the whole first half. 36 yards, 28-0 tie.
It's a fourth down conversion, 117 rushing yards on the night for Milroe, but it's very early in the game still.
Here comes Carson back. 30-15, Georgia trying to make a comeback. Fourth quarter, first and goal. Carson back. Joey, it is 33-21.
And Carson Beck looked really bad in the first half. In the second half, he starts to make plays. This is a really good football team that's not just going to lay down.
Under 7 minutes to go. Back, Arian Smith, 47 yards.
Yeah, and they were going for it on fourth down to keep them and get them back into this game. They were 5 for 5 on fourth down in the second half.
They punched it in to make it 33-28. Back to Dylan Bell. They get the ball back, 67 yards. Georgia's taking the lead.
Somehow Georgia in the second half found a way to start going deep. They couldn't do this early, but it changes their offense and changes the momentum.
Ensuing possession. So first play, Jalen Milroe to the true freshman Ryan Williams.
Get it to the special freshman, not just the catch, makes him miss. Outraces everybody in the NPC special play.
Again, this was 28-0 at one point. So Georgia's going to get the ball back. Here was the problem with this. Each team scored too quickly. Carson back. Chance for the heroic tie, and it is picked off. And just like that, a game that had route written all over it, 41-34. And with that, we're going to exhale and welcome you into the Lexus Halftime Report. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway, Matt Barry. I will tell you this, when it was 28-0, Dan Mullen, SEC coach, looked at me, he's like, there's too much ball left. There's too much ball left. I'm thinking this looks pretty grim for Georgia. Lo and behold, there was too much ball left, but Alabama gets out.
Well, a lot of times you get up to that huge lead, your team's sitting there saying, hey, this is too easy, and the coach is looking up on the clock saying there is a lot of football against a good football team, especially one that can play defense. Georgia's defense started getting a stop, and you just tell the guys, hey, let's just get a stop here, get a stop there. We haven't played great offensively. Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions, missed some open throws, but if we get a stop here, it's early in the game. Alabama kind of looked sloppy there for quite a while after the big lead early. And Georgia was able to take advantage of that and slowly chip away. They expect to be a championship team, and they got themselves all the way back in it.
I mentioned earlier that Georgia just couldn't settle into the game early. They kept going downfield. They could not complete one. So they started their game off with nothing going right. Alabama's offense was running circles around the defense. You could tell the defense changed. All of a sudden, these easy runs that nowhere was getting around the edge, now there were 2 tacklers out there ready for him. So they settled into the game finally. Carson Beck started to make some plays down the field, and then it's completely different after that.
A defining game early on in the season. And oh, by the way, this could be one of 3 matchups between these two. Tonight, SEC championship and perhaps the college football playoff. If they're anything like this, you know what? I'm all in. Still ahead, Texas all in with Arch Manning. Got the second start the week before the bye in the SEC opener. We'll show you highlights when we return.
This halftime report is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing.
Hoje em dia tem tanto guru falando de investimentos que parece impossível decidir onde investir. Mas há mais de 20 anos foi a XP quem trouxe especialistas de verdade para cuidar dos seus objetivos. Isso é só o começo. Somos a maior e melhor assessoria do país. Se reputação e confiança são fatores importantes para você, na hora de investir, fale com a Ana Clara, Ednar, André, Bárbara. Descubra o fator que só a melhor assessoria de investimentos pode oferecer para você.
Domingo.
Tudo para ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa,
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o aposto errou, foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites.
Marcos por fora de forma espetacular.
Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, Mike.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combine inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque a segunda foi feita para gritarmos. NFL, os Titans encaram os Dolphins. Os Seahawks vão para cima dos Lions. Assista estes jogos no Disney Plus Premium.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você, Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
You're watching the Lexus Halftime Report.
We're back, Lexus halftime report. So is Arch Manning's second start for him while Quinn Ewers continues to rest the abdominal injury. 7-6 Longhorns. Manning to DeAndre Moore Jr.
This game was just 7-6 before this touchdown by Texas. A lot closer than people expected.
Yeah, it was a 38-point spread in favor of the Longhorns. Manning continues to show he's mobile for a Manning.
Yeah, and this is what makes him different. Well, everybody's so excited about him, not just his throwing, but he's got the athleticism.
Starting to get a little bit of separation up, 21-6, and then Manning finds DeAndre Moore again.
Manning was 26 of 31 for 324 yards and 2 touchdowns. Very efficient.
So Texas gets the win 35-13. They head into the bye week 5-0. Another stunner in the SEC, Kentucky and Ole Miss. Brought Vandergrift and Dane Key. Kentucky takes the lead.
Yeah, they did a great job controlling the tempo of this game. You see this is already late in the first half.
So up 13-10 or down 13-10. Dart to Trey Harris. Ole Miss takes the lead back.
Trey Harris, 11 catches, 176 yards, and this touchdown. And looks like if Ole Miss can keep it going, they can win.
Well, they can't because Gavin Winston fumbles the ball right to Josh Caddis.
You know it's your day when that's going to happen. But Kentucky was having their day all day.
So Ole Miss Kentucky 2017. Louisville, Notre Dame. Riley Leonard deep to Jaden Greathouse, 34 yards.
And that's a pass game that Notre Dame's been looking for all season long, the ability to go down the field.
This might be one of the best passes of the day considering the hit. Tyler Shuckett to Corey Brooks.
Yeah, hangs in there, keeping his eyes down the field, changes the arm angle to sidearm, and puts it right on the money.
This one close for a minute, but in the end, Riley Leonard, Jeremiah Love, the green and white and gold, pull away for the win.
And great play call to finish this game, put Notre Dame up by 2 scores.
31-24, the final. So Notre Dame gets the win, and if you want to know where you can watch your favorite team, go to Where to Watch on the ESPN app and ESPN.com. Tap or click the TV in the upper right corner and enter your team, Where to Watch, the ultimate guide to live sports.
A transmissão do futebol americano universitário é um oferecimento. XP, eleita 6 vezes a melhor assessoria de investimentos. Abra a sua conta. Perdigão na Brasa, patrocinadora oficial do churrasco e da NFL no Brasil. Ford, a experiência é o que nos faz mais fortes.
Hoje em dia tem tanto guru falando de investimento que parece impossível decidir onde investir. Mas há mais de 20 anos foi a XP quem trouxe especialistas de verdade para cuidar dos seus objetivos. Isso é só o começo. Somos a maior e melhor assessoria do país. Se reputação e confiança são fatores importantes para você, na hora de investir fale com a Ana Clara, Ednar, André, Bárbara. Descubra o fator que só a melhor assessoria de investimentos pode oferecer para você.
Domingo. Tudo para ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa,
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN. Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, vai.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combinem inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque a segunda foi feita para gritarmos. NFL. Os Titans encaram os Dolphins. Os Seahawks vão para cima dos Lions. Assista a estes jogos no Disney Plus Premium.
E você vai acompanhar as emoções.
De segunda a sexta, 9 da manhã, ao vivo. Assista ao F360 na ESPN.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano.
Gol! Atlético!
Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
This halftime report is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing.
Guys, maybe this week's Bounce Back Award goes to Kansas State after getting thumped by BYU. Avery Johnson and Power Cat had the goods.
And he keeps getting better as a passing quarterback. We know he's a special athlete, but that'll make them dangerous.
That one to Garrett Oakley, this one to Jace Brown for 55.
Big offensive day for Kansas State, 559 total yards.
And you had mentioned Avery Johnson's ability to get mobile, agile, hostile. Watch this one.
Make a miss.
Where's everyone else?
Eyes downfield. It's a good question. Put the Jets on 5 TDs for him today.
2 20-point wins over AP top 20 teams this year. Team that beat Kansas State, as I said a moment ago, BYU. Maybe they're one of the surprise teams in the country. Just running that offense at a high clip as Jake Retzlaff, the quarterback.
Retzlaff jumped on him early. Had 6 carries for 53 yards on that touchdown.
Baylor tried to make it a game late. Make it 31-21 after the great catch. Now 34-21. Baylor trying to claw their way back into this one.
And Sawyer Robertson threw for 324 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So 34-28 out of nowhere. This is a one-score game. Robertson then picked off by Crew Wakely. Baylor and BYU survives 34-28. What's better than one Monday Night Football game?
2.
Yep, you get it again this week, 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Titans, Dolphins, ESPN. At 8 o'clock, Seahawks, Lions over on ABC.
Onde se estuda uma forma de cortar a água? Onde se aprende meteorologia através do olfato? Onde se domina o medo? Onde? Nas tentativas. A experiência é o que nos faz mais fortes.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
No pé esquerdo, vem pro cruzamento, segunda trave, perigoso. Gol!
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que ele faz, mano.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combine inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque a segunda foi feita para gritar-nos. NFL, os Titans encaram os Dolphins. Os Seahawks vão pra cima dos Lions. Assista estes jogos no Disney Plus Premium. Domingo.
Tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom pra eles. E pra mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
You're watching the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. Beautiful night in Salt Lake City. It's college football on ESPN, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. We get ready to start the second half, and a surprising first half. Arizona with a 10-3 lead over undefeated 10th-ranked Utah. Dave Fleming, Brock Osweiler, great to have you back with us. I think we got a second half worth staying up late for, Brock. I don't know what happened with the Wildcats during their bye week, but this is a different team than the first part of the year.
Well, they certainly made some changes. I'm sure there was a big self-scout watching all the film from the previous 3 games. They got blown out right before that bye on the road at Kansas State. They wanted to clean up the detail. They wanted to get back to fundamentals, and you can see that on both sides of the football. The offense, Noah Fafita, Tetero, and McMillan, they're gelling. They're going. They look like last season when they were really playing high-level football. But the defense is a story for the Arizona Wildcats. Utah's driven the field a couple times, gotten the ball down into the low red zone, but then they came came away with no points. So when you look at Arizona as a whole right now, they're playing outstanding football.
Our Now What Moments brought to you by Prudential. The two plays I think you're talking about, Brock. 2 stops on 4th down right near the goal line.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And give a ton of credit to the secondary. You see Tacario Davis, the big 6'4" cornerback for the Wildcats, making a huge play on 4th and goal to prevent any points from happening on the board. And that's what Arizona's done all night. They keep making plays in the secondary. They're challenging the Utah wide receivers, the young quarterback, Isaac Wilson. And that's why they're up 10-3.
And they get the ball to start the second half. Let's go down to Stormy Bonatoni.
Well, you mentioned those red zone issues. Kyle Whittingham, when I spoke to him at the half, was none too pleased. He said, the bottom line is we should have 21 points right now. We have 3. Whether it's execution, whether it's needing more creativity in the play calling, whatever it is, we have to get it fixed this half. And talking to Brendan as well on the San Jose side, we talked so much coming into this game about the importance of them matching Utah's physicality. He said defensively they have been playing tough and physical. They worked really hard on their eye discipline during the bye week, and it's shown good results. As for the offense, Fafita's efficiency has made a huge difference. He just told them to do your job one play at a time.
It's been working so far. Thank you, Stormy. Conley in the backfield, and he will get the carry on the first play of the second half, and not much room to run there. Van Fillinger, who's been quiet, I think, relatively in this game. He's the big sack man, the big playmaker on the defensive line. He did not make much of an impact in the first half.
Yeah, Fleming, I think a big reason for that is because of how quick Noah Fafita is getting rid of the football. He understands how elite the Utah defensive front is. He's not going to hold on to the football tonight.
So second down and 9. Rayshon Luke left the backfield, so it's Fafita all alone back there. With plenty of time. He'll throw incomplete. Nobody was there. Right away, a 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats out of the locker room.
Well, in a pivotal 3rd and 9. This is a situation, the Utah offense, especially with a true freshman quarterback playing tonight, they're not built to come from behind. They can't get down 17-3 here. So this is a moment where the defense needs to step up and get off the field.
Fafita. Utah brings some pressure, but it got picked up. Going deep. It is intercepted. No. Incomplete. What a great effort outside by Cameron Calhoun. He almost picked it off. It's incomplete, and Arizona's going to punt the ball.
What a huge stop for the Utes defense coming out from halftime, forcing a 3 and out. That's a true freshman covering Teteroa McMillan, arguably the best wide receiver in college football, running in phase, making a play on the ball. Great play by Cameron Calhoun.
So a 3 and out for the Wildcats. Micah Pittman is back deep around the 25, depending on how this special team sequence goes. Maybe it was beneficial for Utah that the interception wasn't actually made. Low punt, fair catch, but it bounces, and that's going to take a very favorable Arizona bounce on this turf. Inside the 20, all the way down to close to the 16-yard line. Well, Utah's offense will come on the field for the first time here in this second half. Here's how it went in the first half. You were just talking about it. 64 yards, 13 plays, no points. 10 plays, 73 yards, no points. Finally, a field goal. And then a couple short drives with punts at the end of them.
Yeah, and really the key is the first 3. All 3 of those right down there around the 5-yard line, give or take. And to only come away with 3 points. That's why Kyle Whittingham said to Stormy, hey, we should have 21 points on the board right now.
A 57-yard punt with no return after the bounce. So Wilson will hand the ball off left side, and that's Mekhi Bernard cutting it upfield, making a couple men miss. And a nice run for the guy who's had 3 straight 100-plus yard games coming into tonight.
I think that's a great opening call in this second half for Utah. Settle in the young quarterback, right? Making his 3rd career start. Give that football to Bernard. He's averaging almost 7 yards per carry on the season. 11 carries for 68 yards tonight. Get that ground game going in the second half so the young quarterback can lean on it.
You got one of the better offensive lines probably in all of college football. Wilson on first down. Play fake. Going to throw it. Back shoulder kind of throw. Incomplete. A Another play well defended by Tacario Davis, trying to get the ball to Singer.
I like the decision by Wilson. He finds the one-on-one matchup outside. Arizona playing press man coverage with Tacario Davis, the 6'4" corner. The location of the football just has to be farther outside so Singer can make a play on the ball, but give Tacario Davis a ton of credit for the pass breakup.
He's a big defensive back, isn't he?
He's huge. He's huge, and it's his size and the way he's able to run and how smooth he plays, which is why a lot of NFL scouts are starting to talk about him being a potential first-round pick.
Now a quarterback run play for Wilson. I don't know if that was just a busted play and he tried to make something of it or what. But he takes a big hit at the end of it and only got a yard. I don't know if it were up to me if that would be a big part of my game plan.
No, listen, Isaac Wilson, he's athletic. When he tucks the football and decides to run, if there's space, he's going to hurt a defense. He's got some good wheels on him. But quarterback designed run within the tackles, that's not his forte.
Passing down here, Wilson, remember, he started the game 7 for 7. He's gone 5 of 14 since then as Arizona's defense has made a lot of good plays. Plus, they've generated some real pass rush. Play clock down to 2. They get the play snap, throw across the middle. That's caught and then dropped. And maybe just give credit to the defensive back there. I think that was Emmanuel Carnley for ripping the ball away. Intended for Singer. It's 4th down.
Tell you what, this Wildcats secondary led by Dwayne Aquina, defensive coordinator, they came to play tonight. What a great pass breakup by the redshirt freshman Emmanuel Carnley. Seen a couple plays like that by the Wildcats secondary tonight. You think it's a surefire catch for the Utes, but they're getting their hands in there for the pass breakup.
It's a good point. That's the 6th straight incompletion for Wilson. I think a lot of those have been pass breakups, true pass breakups. Booming punt way back inside the 10. And good coverage. Wow. What a flip of the field by the Utah special teams unit. Terrific coverage after a monster punt. And so the Wildcats field position is not going to be great when we come back to Salt Lake City.
Começa mais jogaço da NFL com Perdigão na brasa. Prepara o coração aí. E essa linguicinha, não deixa ela cair não, senão é fumble. É churrasco com Perdigão, é touchdown. Perdigão na brasa, patrocinadora oficial do churrasco e da NFL do Brasil.
Boa bola pro Malcolm. Tira pra cima, passou o Cancelo no pé esquerdo, vem pro cruzamento, segunda trave, perigoso. Gol!
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo. Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites. Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Domingo.
Tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa, pra fora!
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN. Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, vai.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combinem inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos. NFL, 9h20 da noite, os Bills encaram os Ravens. Assista este jogo no Disney Plus Premium.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E Com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
The new 12-team college football playoff begins December 20th on ESPN.
Well, season framed by something totally new, and even games like this, I think, you talk about what it's going to feel like, look like. 5 highest-ranked conference champions get automatic bids. 4 highest-ranked conference champions receive first-round buys. That's huge. You have to win 3, not 4 games to win a title. Arizona's offense on the field, bad field position. They try a little misdirection, and Utah was not having it. A loss of 2. The ball ended up in the hands of Jeremiah Patterson, but well defended by the Utes.
Yeah, that was a great job by Logan Fano on the outside, number 0. Working from the defensive end position, avoiding the block, getting to the backfield, forcing that football back inside. Great start to the Utes on this series.
After Utah's defense forced a 3 and out to start this second half. Now 2nd and 12. Fafita in the end zone. Fafita moving sideways, going to throw across the middle, and the pass was caught. Man, a contested catch by Burnett, the tight end. That's a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and about 7.
What an unbelievable throw and catch. And then this is exactly what a coach never wants to see. Rolling left, throwing back right across your body. You're backed up in your own end zone. But Noah Fafita, he's a playmaker. That's what he does, and that was a great catch by Burnett.
3rd and 7. Dangerous part of the field for the Wildcats. Conley moves in the backfield alongside Fafita. Fafita going to throw over the top. It is delivered perfectly, and a catch right along the sidelines to Burnett for a big first down.
That is as good as it gets from a throw and catch standpoint. That is big league football. Noah Fafita standing tall and strong in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field, and delivering just an absolute dime to pick up a fresh set of downs.
There was only one window there for a completion, and he got it to his tight end for 21 yards. They're going to stop, though, and make sure that the tight end, Kean Burnett, was inbounds. I thought he was, but we'll take a look.
Yeah, to the naked eye, it sure looked like it was a catch to me. Foot in bounds. We're going to see here on the replay. Boy, Flem, I think his right foot is down when he initially possesses the football. Ball in hand, foot down. Now, does he possess the football? Does he control it all the way through the catch?
Let it roll through. I think he does.
That's a first down. What a play.
Great play.
This is the Fafita Wildcat fans had not seen the previous couple weeks, but he has dialed. His footwork is great tonight. He's delivering the football on time with accuracy.
After further review, the winner of the catch is confirmed.
Yeah, so they stopped and looked, but back to your point, this is not how Fafita and this offense looked through the first 3 weeks. I know week 1 against New Mexico, they put 61 points on the board. McMillan had the monster game, but the numbers have been down, the performance has been down. This is the guy expected to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
The bye week helped get this football team healthy, but it also helped get this offense back on track.
So 1st and 10, Conley gets the handoff, huge hole up the middle. Conley across the 45, tripped up there. There have been some big holes in the run game. That's 17 yards for Arizona.
Well, Fano, the defensive end, comes flying up the field, which only leaves one other person there, Barton, the linebacker, to make a play. But Rhino, the left tackle, redshirt freshman, gets up to the second level, gets his hands on the big linebacker. What a great start to this drive, and this offensive line is picking up right where they left off in the first half.
This is a Utah team that shut down Ollie Gordon last week. Arizona is averaging 10 yards a run tonight. Okay, the average is going a little down, but they still got positive yardage across midfield. That's Caden Luke, the fullback.
Listen, I'm impressed, to say the least, by the physicality that the offensive line and defensive line for Arizona that they're bringing tonight. We heard it all week. When you watch press conferences, when you listen to the coaches speak, they say, listen, we have to match Utah's physicality, which is not easy to do, but they are matching it tonight and even exceeding it at times.
Utah's averaging 3 yards a rush. Arizona's averaging 9 yards a rush. And another big play on the ground. Rayshon Luke this time, and it's been Risano, Luke, Conley. I mean, it's not just one guy. Everybody's had success.
Yeah, just a great job in the gap scheme by Arizona. You're going to see a couple pullers on this replay. Great job of cutting the defense in half. You get a couple kickouts, and that creates the huge gash in the defense for Speedy Luke.
They started this drive at their own 7. They converted the 3rd down from deep in their own territory. And now it's first down at the Utah 35. Play fake, Fafita rolling. He'll plant, take a hit, and throw it away. Intended for Olsen, the tight end. It's 2nd down.
Good decision by Noah Fafita. Nowhere to go with the football. I like what Dino Babers was trying to do there. Get his quarterback outside the pocket. He gets the sense that the Utah front, they're getting ready to tee off in a pass rush situation. That was a great call, but credit Utah's secondary. Nowhere to go with the football.
So 2nd down and 10. McMillan alone on the left side. He's been pretty quiet since a big start to this game. Handoff right side. Conley tripped up. Got to the line of scrimmage. No more.
Great play by Lander Barton. Number 8 from the linebacker position. Great job of scraping over the top and forcing the 3rd and long situation. Keep an eye at the top of your screen. Barton doing a phenomenal job, and now the Wildcats face a 3rd and 10, and the fans are ready to make their presence felt.
Clock moving, under 8 to go, 3rd quarter. Fafita sings one out to the left, incomplete, trying to hit Patterson. And I think some pressure was already impacting, even though that was a quick release. It's 4th down, and remember, Arizona's got a field goal kicker with a huge leg, Tyler Luke. So he's going to come on the field and try to add to this 10-3 lead.
Great job by the Utah defense. You gave up a couple first downs. You were getting gashed in the run game. But you force a 3rd and long. You do a great job getting off the field and limiting the damage.
Made one from 47. This one will be from 53 for Tyler Luke. Kick on the way. My goodness. This guy's got a monster leg.
Wow. He'll be kicking on Sundays.
Unbelievable. Sounds a little different coming off his foot. That was like an explosion. And the field goal good to make it 13-3 after a 10-play, 58-yard drive. Brent Brennan's happy with the end result.
Esta é uma das máquinas mais velozes que existem, com velocidade de resposta 50% mais rápida. E o melhor, você pode ter essa tecnologia na sua sala. Nova Fast Smart TV Filco. Borda infinita, som e imagem de cinema. Quantum LED inteligência artificial. O melhor do streaming. E ultra fina.
Tem coisas que só a Filco faz pra você.
Apoia a torcida alemã e faça um sorriso. Chegou e bateu, ao recorde mundial.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o Acosta pegou, foi pra fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites.
Marcos por fora, espetacular.
Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Domingo.
Tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa, sai fora!
Para não mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12h30, ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN. Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz o Bahia.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combine inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos. NFL, 2h, os Vikings encaram os Packers. No mesmo horário, os Eagles enfrentam os Buccaneers. 5h05, os Patriots vão pra cima dos 49ers. E pra fechar, 5h25, Chiefs e Chargers. Assista estes jogos no Disney Plus Premium.
All right, it's time to take a look at this week's college football rankings brought to you by Prudential. Already 2 top 10 teams have lost that classic game in Tuscaloosa. Georgia goes down. Ole Miss, that was a real upset against Kentucky at home. And I tell you what, Brock, number 10, Utah, undefeated in that AP top 10. They are in danger here tonight.
Yes, they are. Arizona's bringing it. And listen, it's that time of year, right? You get into conference play, these things start to happen. The thing that really stands out to me is the Ole Miss-Kentucky game. Mark Stoops and his ball club going down there to the Grove, getting a win. And don't forget, they had Georgia on the ropes just a couple weeks ago. So very, very impressive win for Kentucky.
Kickoff after the long field goal was good, and that one almost goes through the uprights on the kickoff. So Utah's offense back to the field.
Well, Isaac Wilson tonight, true freshman, making his 3rd career start, had some ups and downs. Second play of the game, turning the wrong direction when he goes to hand off the football to the running back. Early game nerves, common for a true freshman quarterback. Missed a couple open throws that could have led to touchdowns. He's made them in prior weeks, needs to make them tonight. And then you got to give a lot of credit to the Arizona defensive front seven. They've been putting pressure on Isaac Wilson from the first series of the game, getting after the young quarterback, really testing him. Does he know where his outlets are?
Spins right on first down, gonna throw on the move, intercepted! An interception, what a play by Genesis Smith, who's having a huge game. He's the second stringer. Their star Trayton Stukes is injured on the sideline, and Genesis Smith is playing like Stukes.
What a play by Smith. You said it. Having a heck of a ball game tonight, making play after play. You see the look on Kyle Whittingham's face. He just can't believe it. Isaac Wilson throws it right to Genesis. Good call getting the young quarterback out of the pocket, trying to get him comfortable. Listen, the wide receiver's open on that sideline comeback, but as a young player, you have to learn. Sometimes you got to put a little extra air on those throws to get it above that curl flat defender. To credit Genesis Smith. What a change of events for the Wildcats.
So now the Utah defense has to come right back on the field. Fafita with Conley alongside. Arizona trying to take advantage of that turnover. Pressure, setting up a screen, and it's intercepted. No! Oh, my goodness. In the hands of Fillinger on the tip, and it hit the turf and rolled away. That was almost insane.
Well, how do you beat pressure? Utah's bringing pressure, so Arizona tries to dial up the screen, but the big defensive tackle, Junior Tafuna, gets a hand on the football. Just not able to reel it in for the interception.
It was so close. The offense was coming on the field. The defense, everybody on the field thought that he finished that catch. And he just couldn't quite do it. I mean, there was actually some confusion there.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity for the Utes.
Whoa. Now, wait a minute. Okay, so there's a reason the offense was running out there. I just saw it the one time. I don't think that's an interception.
Well, I'm with you, Fleming. I'm running on the naked eye right now. The question is, as Van Fillinger goes to the ground with the football, does he maintain complete control and possession of it, or does it move as it goes to the ground?
I mean,
I don't think he ever had clean, full possession of that football.
That is, and it's an incredible effort great play, nearly so, but I don't think that's an interception. Ball was moving the whole time. I don't think he ever really truly secured it. And then it squirted out. You saw that line judge come in from behind, and he was waving incomplete all the way.
Yeah, great effort, but you said it, Flem. Never fully possesses the football, never has control of it. Bounces when he hits the ground. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
I mean, I'd be really surprised if that one isn't overturned. I was surprised that they made the call the way they did on the field, because the initial ruling was no from the line judge. Then they talked about it and had a little group huddle and decided it was an interception. So that's why we've got the review going here. Gerald Austin is the replay official. David Alvarez, our referee on the field. A little frustrated. Let's see.
After review, the defender did not complete the process of the catch.
So no interception. It'll be 2nd and 10. We almost had turnovers on back-to-back plays.
Sudden change. Utah turns the football over. Arizona now has the football in plus territory, and you really get the sense that in a lot of ways this series can determine the football game here. If Arizona goes up 20-3, the Utes are not built to come back from a deficit like that.
If Arizona gets a touchdown here, Utah is in huge trouble tonight. They're in trouble already as it is. Wildcats have come to play. Luke motions through the backfield. Fafita, here comes the pressure, spins away. Fafita now going to scramble, and he will run and run out of bounds. Running is not a huge part of his game, but he did a great job avoiding a sack.
Did a phenomenal job. Defenders for the Utes coming everywhere. Kyle Whittingham deciding to send a corner blitz from the boundary side. Fafita felt it at the last second, was able to scramble outside the pocket to avoid the sack to keep it 3rd and manageable. Expect Utah to bring more pressure here in this gotta-have-it moment.
On that replay, you saw Teo Johnson had good coverage on McMillan. 3rd and 7. 4-man rush. Fafita incomplete. Took a hit as he threw. Again, looking the way of the tight end, but nowhere close to a completion. So the Utah defense, good job holding after the turnover deep in their own territory. And the field goal kicker, Tyler Loop, will come back out onto the field.
Just a 4-man rush on that 3rd down play by the Utes, but great job getting to Noah Fafita, getting him off of his spot, forcing him to throw the football away, and potentially holding Arizona to just 3 points on the sudden change turnover.
That kick is up, and it's good. Chip shot doesn't even begin to describe it with his leg from that close. So the turnover leads to 3. Arizona's got a 13-point lead.
A transmissão do futebol americano universitário é um oferecimento. XP, eleita 6 vezes a melhor assessoria de investimentos. Abra sua conta. Perdigão na Brasa, patrocinadora oficial do churrasco e da NFL no Brasil. Ford, a experiência é o que nos faz mais fortes.
Começa mais um jogaço da NFL com Perdigão na Brasa. Prepara o coração aí. E essa linguicinha? Não deixa ela cair não, senão é fumble. É churrasco com Perdigão, é touchdown! Perdigão na Brasa, patrocinadora oficial do churrasco e da NFL no Brasil.
Um depoimento impactante.
Eu só pesquisava besteira, só queria ver besteira de morte e sei lá, velho.
Uma entrevista emocionante.
Tava querendo desistir, velho. Sei lá, tava sofrendo muito ataque.
Um furo de reportagem que descortinou os olhos e as mentes do mundo do esporte.
Acho que essa psicóloga aí, posso falar, salvou minha vida, porque, sei lá, eu só pensava besteira.
Este atacante é corajoso e vai abrir ainda mais o coração no documentário Richarlison. O pombo é gente.
O Richarlison é a prova de que o sofrimento pode moldar o caráter de uma pessoa.
O pombo voou. Primeiro episódio, dia 12 de outubro. O segundo, no sábado seguinte, dia 19. Voe com a gente nessa sessão. Num longa-metragem com uma pitada de terapia. Na ESPN. Assista antes, sem cortes e em 4 capítulos no Disney Plus.
É gente como a gente.
O apoio da torcida alemã. E faça um sorriso. Chegou e bateu. O recorde mundial.
Domingo.
Tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa,
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
All right, we honor those who serve. Brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. And tonight we salute Carl Churchill, Utah alum, served 21 years in the Army, retired in 2006, awarded a Bronze Star during combat in Iraq, and co-founded Alpha Coffee with his wife. They sent coffee bags to deployed troops and veteran-focused nonprofits. We salute Lieutenant Colonel Carl Churchill. The Utes are very proud to have him count among their distinguished alums. Utah football, this has got to be a shock to everybody here inside Rice-Eccles, the way Arizona has taken charge of this game. After another field goal, coming off a turnover, Utah's offense with the freshman quarterback, Isaac Wilson. Last pass went for an interception and led to the field goal.
Well, listen, you're going to find out a lot about the young quarterback, what he's made of, what's his makeup, how does he handle adversity, can he take that interception from his last series, can he flush it, turn the page, move on, and help get his ball club back in the game, or does he compound with mistakes? This will be a very pivotal drive.
We'll see if Utah tries to get the ground game going again. 5 for his last 16, Wilson. Both quarterbacks have cooled off after hot starts. Bernard being pursued, and he'll get wrestled to the ground. Got a yard on first down. I think Arizona was probably thinking the same thing I was.
Well, listen, this Arizona defense's pursuit has made that Desert Storm defense very proud. You're getting 11 guys to the football tonight, just flying around, being very physical, very technique sound, staying in their gaps. This is a defensive unit that's putting on a great performance tonight.
And we've highlighted the defensive backs of Dwayne Aquino, one of the all-time greats as a position coach. He's the coordinator, and they've made a lot of great plays, but the front has as well. Bernard gets a carry on second down and gets a block, cuts it upfield, and almost gets there. Nice run for Mekhi Bernard. Brown gets another tackle. It'll be third down and a yard. And this becomes a very big play for Utah.
Yes, it does, but this is exactly where the Utes want to be on third down. When you're in third and short, you have the ability to run the football. You can roll out and bootleg, get the football to the perimeter, or potentially take a shot if you view this as 4-down territory, which I don't think they do. A lot of options at Utah's disposal right here.
Now Whittingham has been frustrated all game over on that sideline. He knows this is a big play. On 3rd and 1, and first down and more outside the 40. Where Utah converts that time. Got 7 when they needed 1.
Great job by the interior 3 on that offensive line for Utah. Great job on the initial line charge. And then Mekhi Bernard doing the rest, finding the crease, one cut, getting vertical to pick up a fresh set of downs for the Utes.
I mean, it's easy to forget. Utah's got a lot of players who've been around for a long time. Mekhi Bernard, who started in the Rose Bowl as a defensive back because they had so many injuries. He's a guy who's waited his turn. He's been banged up. Play fake. Wilson, all kinds of time. Deep middle, and that one's almost intercepted. He threw it into double coverage. Davis got a hand on it, intended for Singer.
Well, Wilson got lucky there. I like the hard play action fake. I thought he did a great job with that selling run. But a young quarterback, if you're going to throw a post across the field, you have to know where the backside cornerback is, and that's where Tacario Davis, number 1, comes into play. He has no responsibility. There's no receiver on the backside of the play. Davis does a great job drifting in there for the pass breakup.
Another pass defended by Arizona. They're piling up the pass breakups tonight. It's 2nd and 10. Isaac Wilson is still looking for his first completion in the quarter. Hasn't had one. Bernard takes the handoff and a short gain, just a couple of yards. I say Bernard, I think that was Mike Mitchell. Came into the game to get the carry.
Trey Smith did a great job from the defensive end position. Had to really play the zone quarterback read there. Did a great job scraping down, making the play on the running back after Wilson handed the football off.
You saw Dwayne Aquino with the headset on, one of the characters of the game, and really good at what he does. Bernard back in there on 3rd down. Arizona jumped. The hard count, and they jumped. Now that changes things, assuming that penalty is against the Wildcats. Everybody points at everybody else in a spot like this.
Offside. Defense, number 46, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Great job by the young quarterback, Isaac Wilson, using his hard count to draw a free 5 yards here. I'll tell you what, Flem, 3rd and 3. I don't care how long you've been playing the quarterback position, looks a lot different than 3rd and 8.
And now you're in the part of the field where probably Kyle Whittingham is telling his longtime offensive coordinator, Andy Ludwig, you got 2 plays to get these 3 yards.
I think you're exactly right. Don't be surprised if the Utes run the football because of that mentality.
Bernard with a receiver in motion, takes the handoff. Nice cut. Bernard with some power finish to that run. He's not the biggest guy, but he sure played big on that one. That's a 1st down Utah.
He played very big. He had Trey Smith come in, who's 270 pounds, who made the initial contact on him, and Bernard got him to fall forward for an extra yard or 2. Very impressive by the senior running back out of Long Beach.
So clock continues to move into Arizona territory. Part of why you've been saying all night, Utah's not really built for the comeback is it takes them a while typically to get down the field. Now Wilson kept it, and that was not a good decision. He goes backwards, lost a couple yards.
Well, once again, it's that zone read scheme. The quarterback has the option to pull the football and keep it himself. He was kind of caught in no man's land with the read with Trey Smith coming off the edge. Smith didn't really give a clear indication if he was going to take the running back or the quarterback. When in doubt, though, young quarterbacks hand it off to the running backs. They're built to run the football.
Cam Rising out again tonight, so it's the freshman who's been running the show, and Utah stuck on 3 points despite probably playing better on offense than that would indicate. You got Charlie Vincent in the backfield this time. He's going to catch the swing pass, and then the ball was knocked away. Another pass breakup for Arizona. I mean, seriously, they are getting their hands on the ball over and over again.
This is the most impressive performance I've maybe ever seen out of a secondary. The pass breakups just keep happening every other play for Arizona. Give them a ton of credit tonight. Showing up here in a tough environment, bringing their A game.
It's the 8th straight incompletion for Wilson, but a lot of those have been in the hands of his receivers and then knocked away.
This is potential 4-down territory. You don't have to get it all here on 3rd and 12. Just get some sort of positive play to allow your coach to go for it on 4th.
Across the middle, pass caught by Keefe, and now we'll see. Good open field tackle down to the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down coming up. Chase Kennedy with another good play.
Moving on the field, his progress was stopped. 4th down.
Yes, it was. He didn't keep running to the end zone. Progress was stopped. The ball came out.
That was great quarterback play by Isaac Wilson. He understands the situation. It's 3rd and 12. I don't need to get it all. Coach is probably going to let me go for it on 4th down. Let me just find a quick completion. That is what he did to put his team in 4th and a manageable distance.
0 for 2 on 4th down tonight. They need this one big time. 4th and 6. Wilson steps up, throws, and knocked away again. Another one. Tacario Davis got the hand around and batted it down, intended for Singer. Just an amazing performance tonight by the defensive backs of the Wildcats.
It's unbelievable. There's a reason why Tacario Davis is being talked about as a potential first-round pick. This is good on good. This is Dorian Singer, Utah's best wide receiver, on the 6'4", 190-pound defensive back Tacario Davis. Great job by Isaac Wilson manipulating the pocket versus pressure, staying alive, getting that football out. But that Arizona Wildcats secondary, wow, what a performance tonight.
Incredible. That's another drive of 5+ minutes for Utah that ends up without a point on the board. That has happened a bunch of times tonight. And that's just good defense by the Wildcats. So they take over. Final minute 22 of the quarter. Noah Fafita is going to scramble and run. A penalty flag thrown, maybe a holding downfield on an Arizona wide receiver. So we'll see. Arizona's abandoned the run game. They were gashing Utah on the ground, and now all of a sudden they're throwing every play.
129 yards on the ground tonight for the Wildcats. So impressive against this Utah defense. They don't give up 100 yards rushing in any game, let alone at home in this stadium.
Let's see what the call is.
Here with the run, holding, defense, 10-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Wow.
An automatic first down.
So defensive holding, not against Arizona, against Utah. So about an 8-yard scramble and then add 10 yards to the end of that. Inside the 40.
Number 9 is a hold. Here we go.
Number 9, Elijah Davis called for the hold. They showed it again up on the, you hear the crowd reaction because they got this massive video board and they keep showing these replays in the stadium. Utes fans are not only cranky, they're getting anxious about what's going on here. Wildcat almost. Direct snap to Fafita under center, and Risano takes the carry left side. So that's a short gain on first down. But the Wildcats on the move here.
This is a pivotal drive. Can Arizona deliver the knockout punch right now? If you score a touchdown, if you're the Wildcats and you're able to get this football into the end zone on this drive, you know, you're really putting Utah out of reach in this football game. The Utah defense, I know that they understand that. I expect a lot of pressure and man-to-man coverage to challenge the Arizona offense this drive.
Fafita swings it out right side. That's Conley with a blocker out in front to the sideline. Arizona first down inside the 30, down to the 26.
Well, speaking of pressure, great job by Fafita recognizing the field pressure that the Utes brought from the second level. As quarterbacks, you're taught to throw into pressure. Fafita finds the hole in the defense, which is why it was such an easy pickup for the Wildcats. Nobody was there to account for Conley.
That will be the final play of the third quarter here in Salt Lake City. It's been 7 years since an unranked team came here and beat Utah. Arizona 15 minutes away from doing just that.
Domingo.
Tudo para ser grande jogo, clássico, jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa,
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o aposto errou, foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites.
Marques por fora que foi espetacular.
Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, mano.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combine inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos. NFL, 9h20 da noite, os Bills encaram os Ravens. Assista este jogo no Disney Plus Premium.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você, Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
ESPN FC, de segunda a sexta ao vivo na ESPN.
Do grito de gol surpresa que sai no primeiro lance, ao que fica guardado na garganta, até o milagroso segundo final. No mata-mata, são 180 minutos para escrever a história. Os guerreiros estão prontos para libertar a América. E não há nada que eles não farão para alcançar esse sonho. Isso é Libertadores, em busca da glória eterna. Assista ao mata-mata da Libertadores no Disney Plus.
Souza chegando, Juric bateu pro gol!
Gol! Onde se estuda uma forma de cortar a água. Onde se aprende um idioma que nenhum outro país fala. Onde se criam novas leis de física. A medir sem esquadro. A confiar em uma pedra. Onde? Nas tentativas. A experiência é o que nos faz mais fortes.
And welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. What an opportunity for Arizona. We start the fourth quarter in Salt Lake, 16-3. They lead the 10th-ranked Utah Utes. Stormy with Brent Brennan just a moment ago.
Coach Brennan, you talked all week about the importance of matching Utah's physicality. How physical has your group been tonight?
I think we're excited about where we're at right now, but we also know we got a lot of football left to play, right? We got fourth quarter, that's where games are decided. So we got to continue playing with that physical edge and make some plays in this quarter.
What is it going to take to close this out?
We're going to have to put some more points on the board and also show up on defense. But I love the way our kids are playing. They're flying around, having fun, playing for each other. That's where we want to be. Thank you.
Well, you can't love the first play of the fourth quarter. What a play by Teo Johnson, and on the field ruled as an interception.
What an unbelievable momentum shift. Keep an eye in the middle of your screen. Arizona's going to go on a hard play action. You're going to see all the linebackers bite up, and you have a tight end running down the middle of the field, wide open, ready to deliver the knockout punch to the Utes. Instead, Fafita trying to push the ball down the field to Teteroa McMillan, his go-to target. And Johnson going up to make the game-changing, momentum-swinging play for the Utah Utes.
Oh, my goodness. Two things, great interception, but you're right. There was a receiver wide open in the middle of the field. And Fafita tried to force the ball to his star wide receiver and paid the price. First turnover of the game. Now Utah, they have to get some points here. Their offense has been stymied. Isaac Wilson, the quick hitter. Buddy Parks with the catch, got spun around and hit hard. They'll give him forward progress out to the 24-yard line. Emmanuel Carnley, he's played big tonight. He's sort of normally a backup. We talked a lot about Takario Davis and the job he's done. Genesis Smith, been everybody.
Yeah, it really has. It's kind of been a by committee back there. Playing a phenomenal football game in that secondary. This is a big moment for Isaac Wilson, the true freshman quarterback. Down a couple scores in the fourth quarter at home. Can you put together a scoring drive when your football team needs it?
Bernard in the backfield. Wilson throws it, and that one tipped up and almost intercepted. Wow, Parks, it was a low throw, and it ricocheted off him, and Davis almost picked it off.
Yeah, I think Wilson kind of got away with one there. Davis was there to make the play. Ball was a little bit low. Intended for Money Parks. That's a throw that Isaac Wilson, when you have a receiver running towards the sideline, ideally you want that football up high, up by his eyes, up by his face mask, so it's an easy catch for the wide receiver. Just a little bit low and away.
Well, Isaac is struggling. It's not all on him, but 11 yards passing since halftime. Facing 3rd and 5 here. Pressure got picked up. The throw across the middle. That's complete to Keithy, who makes one man miss and then gets wrestled down at the 40. Big first down for Utah.
Brant Keithy working on Genesis Smith, the nickelback for the Arizona Wildcats. Just in a one-on-one situation, Arizona elects to bring a single dog pressure, one linebacker blitzing from the second level, which leaves man-to-man coverage outside. Keithy winning on the quick slant.
And Keithy limped off the field. Now trying to get it together so he can get back in the game. Bernard with Wilson under center on 1st and 10. Bernard gets the carry straight ahead, stacked up, and surges forward to get about 3 on 1st down. I don't know, Brock, if at some point, there's still almost a full quarter to play, but you're down 13. I don't know if the tempo might not need to pick up a little bit for Utah.
You know, I don't think it needs to. You're only down 2 possessions at this point. You have the entire quarter to play. As long as you put together a good quality drive here for Utah, head down, you have to get a touchdown. You got to stop settling for field goals. There's plenty of time to play. Get your defense back out there on the field to get a stop.
And I'm sure now thinking 4-down territory for the rest of this drive, maybe for the rest of this game, depending on the score. 2nd and 7. Wilson in the pocket. Wilson's going to throw deep middle, and Singer jumps up and snatches it. "37 yards down the field."
What a great job by the young quarterback, finding his go-to wide receiver, Dorian Singer, matched up on Tacario Davis, who we've been talking about all night, making play after play. Isaac Wilson just throwing a friendly ball to his wide receiver, allowing the 6-foot, 181-pound wide receiver and Singer to go up and make the play that Utah's been looking for a couple quarters now.
141 yards tonight for the former Arizona Wildcat. 1st and 10, Utah at the 20. Wilson back to pass. Wilson, touchdown! That's the old hoopster, Caleb Lohner. One-on-one from 20 yards out. And Utah is back in this game, his 3rd touchdown of the year. A guy who hadn't played football until this year. He'd been a college basketball player for BYU, for Baylor, and a good one. Decided he wanted to try football, and he may one day play in the NFL.
Yeah, what a great story for Caleb Lohner, but even better throw by Isaac Wilson, finding the one-on-one matchup. Lohner at 6'7", 250 pounds, just a complete mismatch in the red area, especially when you have a smaller cornerback covering him. Reminds me a lot of Jimmy Graham. You get that basketball comparison, you see the size, see the athleticism. What a play by the Utes.
He's got 3 catches in his football career. He's got 3 touchdowns in his football career. That's a good ratio. So the tight end helping the young quarterback. A drive that Utah needed big time back in the game.
Hoje em dia tem tanto guru falando de investimentos que parece impossível decidir onde investir. Mas há mais de 20 anos foi a XP quem trouxe especialistas de verdade para cuidar dos seus objetivos. Isso é só o começo. Somos a maior e melhor assessoria do país. Se reputação e confiança são fatores importantes para você, na hora de investir, fale com a Ana Clara, Edinar, André, Bárbara Descubra o fator que só a melhor assessoria de investimentos pode oferecer para você.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano.
Gol! Atlético!
Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz o Baiano.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combinem inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos. NFL. 2 da tarde, os Vikings encaram os Packers. No mesmo horário, os Eagles enfrentam os Buccaneers. 5 e 5 da tarde, os Patriots vão pra cima dos 49ers. E pra fechar, 5 e 25 da tarde, Chiefs e Chargers. Assista a estes jogos no Disney Plus Premium.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o aposto pegou, foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites.
Marque por fora de forma espetacular.
Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium. Do grito de gol surpresa que sai no primeiro lance, ao que fica guardado na garganta, até o milagroso segundo final. No mata-mata, são 180 minutos para escrever a história. Os guerreiros estão prontos para libertar a América. E não há nada que eles não farão para alcançar esse sonho. Isso é Libertadores, em busca da glória eterna. Assista ao mata-mata da Libertadores no Disney Plus.
First-year football player Caleb Lohner gets the first Utah touchdown of the game. And the Utes are back in it. Cameras starting to shake a little bit. Rice Eccles has come to life after a had-to-have-it drive for the Utes. And they get in the end zone, cut the lead to 6. Arizona's going to get the ball back, and they are going to bring it back. Jeremiah Patterson with the return. Penalty flags thrown. He gets to the outside across the 40, and it's... I think that was the kicker who actually drilled him out of bounds. Trey Coleman, who's the kickoff guy, but I think this big return is coming back. You got 2 different flags out in the middle of the field.
Gotta love it when the kicker sticks his nose in there and lays the wood.
That's how you win over some teammates.
Make Pat McAfee happy.
Spend practice over there just kind of on your own. Everybody's looking at you going, are you even a part of this team?
He brought the hit stick there. Big time.
All right, so it's taken a while. I think everybody here is just impatient. They want to get the crowd rocking and Arizona's offense to get on the field wherever they are.
Yeah, these moments kill the juice in the stadium for the fans. They want to ride the momentum right now.
Yeah, how complicated can it be? All right, so they're not going to just sit around.
How about this scene? Unbelievable. How about these fans?
Can we please get a call? Okay, well, the Taco Bell Live Moss student section had a moment to get lathered up. All season long, student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Moss student section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more, and here we go.
Crank up your TV if you like college football, because Atmospheres don't get any better than this one right now.
Utes are still down 6. Wow. And Arizona moved. I don't know how you communicate. It is so loud. And it's going to get louder.
Fans feed off of this. A defense feeds off of this. You see everybody in here jumping around.
Oh. All right. So another one of those. That's the second one of the night against the Utah defensive line.
Disconcerting signals. Anything like quick, abrupt, any shift. So that quick late shift by the defensive line that gets the offensive line to jump, that signals a snap of the football, is a foul.
You got a tight end plus 2 backs in the backfield along with the Fafita. On 1st and 5, under 12 minutes to go. Fafita, handoff and a nice hole, but it closed up pretty quickly. Just a gain of 2. Jonathan Hall led the way at his linebacker spot. Karene Reed is still out, and Hall's been one of the guys. Karene Reed's one of the best linebackers in the country.
Yeah, his leadership and presence has certainly been missed the last couple weeks by this Utah defense.
2nd and 3. Arizona finally running the ball. They got a little pass happy. They've had a lot of success running it. Conley alongside Fafita. He's going to throw. Going backwards. Fafita steps up, throws, and that one is caught. What a nice job by the quarterback, Sam Olsen, for a first down, Arizona.
What an unbelievable job navigating the pocket by Noah Fafita to pick up a fresh set of downs. I love his pocket presence. He knows how to manipulate the pocket as well as any quarterback in the country. He keeps his eyes down the field the entire time. He feels the rush. He finds the open target. What a play.
No panic with the place just going nuts. Now Conley tripped up. Maybe lost a yard. Let's go down to Stormy if she can hear us.
Guys, every down, it is deafening. Honestly, I have noise-canceling earphones to hear the broadcast, and I can hardly hear you guys at times. But Noah Fafita said he was prepared for this. This is what he expected. He said, coming in to this environment, a top 10 team, it's going to feel like the whole state of Utah is against us, and we are here to fight.
Indeed, it does feel like that. 2nd and 11. Fafita gonna roll right. Here comes a pressure. Heaves it downfield. Trying for McMillan. Incomplete. He got his right hand out there and almost made the one-handed catch. Instead, it's gonna be 3rd down.
Oh my, what a throw. Fafita going for the jugular, rolls out to his right, completely throws all the way back across the field. I love the play call, play design. Just Teteroa McMillan just inches out of his reach.
And not only did he not catch it, but he came to the sideline after that play. So at least for a big 3rd down there without their superstar. 3rd and 11. And now Arizona is going to call a timeout. The feel of this game has changed, hasn't it? Big play coming up when we come back.
Esta é uma das máquinas mais velozes que existem, com velocidade de resposta 50% mais rápida. E o melhor, você pode ter essa tecnologia na sua sala. Nova Fast Smart TV Filco. Borda infinita, som e imagem de cinema. Quantum LED inteligência artificial. O melhor do streaming. E ultra fina.
Tem coisas que só a Philco faz pra você.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano.
Gol! Atlético!
Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o apostador foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites.
Marque por fora de forma espetacular.
Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
A história do Guga começa com Aldo Kirten.
Torneio de Curitiba, a gente vai com o pai e volta sem, né?
Eu queria mais treino, mais horas.
Ele sobe rápido demais.
Un desconocido a ser campeón de Roland Garros.
Quer ser número 1 do mundo? Ele falou, eu quero.
Guga por Kirten, já disponível no Disney Plus.
Do grito de gol surpresa que sai no primeiro lance, ao que fica guardado na garganta, até o milagroso segundo final. No mata-mata, são 180 minutos para escrever a história. Os guerreiros estão prontos para libertar a América. E não há nada que eles não farão para alcançar esse sonho. Isso é Libertadores, em busca da glória eterna. Assista ao mata-mata da Libertadores no Disney Plus.
ESPN College Football is presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. 19 hotel brands, 1 loyalty program. Download the app.
Championships for this Utah program in the WAC, in the Mountain West, in the Pac-12. Now one of the favorites in their brand new conference, the Big 12. But being tested here at home by Arizona. Down 6. Wildcats have the lead, facing 3rd and 11. Teteroa McMillan, by the way, is back on the field, so that timeout allowed him to get back out there. Fafita trying to make an adjustment. Got the play snapped, pressure picked up, he got hit. The throw is caught into Utah territory. And Fafita gets up limping. Devin Hyatt, what a catch. Fafita hung in there, and a huge play down the middle of the field.
What a catch and an even better throw. Noah Fafita knows he's going to take a huge hit at the end of the play, knows it's a gotta-have-it moment for his offense, stands fearlessly inside the pocket and delivers an absolute strike down the field.
And now a quick hitter. It is juggled and incomplete. McMillan had his hands on it. That's a very rare drop for him. Man, Fafita, I don't know how his left leg and ankle didn't get torn to pieces on that hit. It wasn't a dirty hit. It just was so awkward, and somehow he hopped up and jogged down the field.
What an unbelievable play. The concentration to stand tall and strong in the pocket. That is why he is one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country.
You got Risano in the backfield. 2 tight ends are going to motion left on 2nd and 10. Arizona is in field goal range with their kicker. They are. Handoff. Risano stacked. And he lost a yard, maybe even 2.
So, Flem, you brought up a tremendous point before that play. Arizona is in field goal territory with their kicker. If they get a field goal or any points on this drive, it becomes a 2-possession game. Utah with a true freshman quarterback starting tonight, you don't want that. I expect Utah to bring an all-out pressure here. They're going to have to leave a corner on an island with Teteroa McMillan, but they have to find a way to create negative yards and knock Arizona out of field goal range.
Conley will come in the backfield, and we'll see if that's what Morgan Scalley dials up. It's just a 4-man rush. It's picked up. Fafita scrambling, throws deep, end zone, caught, touchdown, Kian Burnett. Another amazing throw by Fafita on the run to the back of the end zone for 35 yards. And Rice Eccles has gone silent.
Are you kidding me? What a play by the redshirt sophomore Noah Fafita, showing why he was the Pac-12 freshman offensive player of the year a season ago. He's had some doubters out there the past couple weeks. He hasn't been his normal self, but he went into the bye, got back to his fundamentals, back to his technique, and put an absolute dagger into Utah with that last throw.
I'm sort of surprised they didn't go for two, but that is a small side story to what was an amazing sequence. The huge play down the field on third down with the place going nuts, and then a long third down for the touchdown. Arizona just a few minutes away from a huge upset win.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais um.
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela quarta vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado. E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você, Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
F90, de segunda a sexta, 1 da tarde, ao vivo na ESPN.
Domingo, tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles. E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12:30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo.
Agora o aposto pegou, foi lá fora.
Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites. Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Quando os times entram nas últimas 20 jardas do campo, é hora de ligar o alerta de touchdown. E quem tá ligado no NFL Red Zone não perde nenhum deles. O recurso multitela te coloca dentro dos momentos mais quentes dos jogos da NFL. E só no Disney Plus você tem o Red Zone ao vivo em português, com transmissão da ESPN. Assista ao NFL Red Zone no Disney Plus.
Chegando, Jurich bateu pro gol! Gol!
Well, Utah hasn't lost to an unranked team here since 2017. They last won a game when trailing entering the fourth quarter back in 2018. That's amazing. Think of all the wins they've had since then. But they have not been a program that's been built on coming from behind. They got to do it here tonight. 8:13 to go, and they're down 13 as Arizona kicks it deep and through the end zone after two of the great throws, considering the circumstance, Brock, that you'll ever see.
I couldn't agree more. This is big time, big league football. The first one's on a 3rd and long. Noah Fafita standing tall and strong in the pocket, getting a huge play down the field for his team, fresh set of downs, which led to this unbelievable touchdown pass to put the Wildcats up 2 possessions here midway through the fourth quarter.
I mean, this play's going berserk. 3rd and 11 for 41, 3rd and 11 for 35. Amazing. Stormy?
And he celebrated, don't get me wrong, after the touchdown. He was feeling it. But what did we hear from Dino Babers this week? That he is as professional as they come. He is all business. And as soon as he got back to his seat on the sideline, he was diving right back into the tape.
Play fake. Wilson is going down. Swallowed up by Isaiah Johnson. And a big sack on the first play of the drive for Utah. Arizona almost said to us, just to follow up on Stormy's point, they want Noah Fifita to have more fun. Like, dude, you can enjoy, like, how good you are.
But you know what? That's what makes Noah Fifita so good. That he goes about every single day like a pro. He has a routine. He has an extremely high work ethic.
Those were just two all-time plays.
30-40. As good as I've ever seen. Unbelievable throws.
2nd and 15. Utah running out of time. That throw low, and so it'll get 5 or 6, maybe even 7 yards to Money Parks. But 3rd down coming here. Utah's going to have to, I would assume, go for it if they don't get it.
No question, Flem. This is definitely 4-down territory. And because of that, the entire playbook's at your disposal, right? You can throw the football anywhere you want on the field. If I'm the offensive coordinator here, I'm going to get this football out of Isaac Wilson's hand quickly. I'm expecting Arizona to bring some pressure, try to force the young quarterback making his 3rd career start into a quick decision, throw some quick game, make it 4th and manageable.
Wilson, here comes the pressure, picked up briefly and knocked away. Another one. Tacario Davis has done it again. It's 4th down, and with it 4th and 9, they're not going to go for it. That has been one of the stories of the game.
They'll give Arizona a lot of credit. Just like I just said, they brought pressure from the 2nd level. They wanted to force the young quarterback into a quick decision. And unfortunately for Isaac Wilson, he had nowhere quick to go with the football. Those were longer developing routes. Tacario Davis, you just saw on your screen, has played himself a heck of a ball game tonight.
Amazing. Fair catch on the high punt. Made inside the 25-yard line. Arizona's defense comes up with a stop. Under 6.5 to go.
Leads 1 game to
Wildcats lead by 13. Another reminder, next week, 2 SEC on ABC Saturday games. Noon Eastern, number 11 Missouri, number 24 Texas A&M, and Auburn, Georgia. That great rivalry at 3:30 Eastern. Also streaming on ESPN+. This has a chance to be a season-changing win for the Wildcats, who really kind of just stumbled through their first 3 weeks. Last time we saw them on the field, they had a bye week this last week. They went to Manhattan, Kansas, and had their doors blown off. They lost 31-7. Tonight, totally different story. Handoff, right side, and you figure the ground game now. Got to just work the clock. Kyle Whittingham's going to use one of those 3 timeouts.
Flem, think about what's going on in the Big 12 Conference right now. Oklahoma State, 2 losses. Kansas State, a loss. Utah teetering on potentially a conference loss tonight. Arizona, 1 conference loss.
15 all.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this conference as we head into, October, November, the meat of the conference schedule.
Utah fans, as passionate as they are, starting to run out of hope tonight. Down 13 with 6:21 to go. BYU, one of the surprising teams, I think, in the country. They went down to Baylor today and got off to a huge lead. Had to hang on for dear life, but BYU's 5-0.
BYU, don't forget about Iowa State behind quarterback Rocco Beck, playing some great football. He has 2 NFL-type wide receivers to throw to. This conference is going to be a lot of fun. You got to remember, regardless if you have 1, 2, 3 losses, if you win the Big 12 Conference, you're into the 12-team playoff with a first-round bye.
And just as a reminder, Kansas State, that was a non-conference game for Arizona. So if they win this game, this is their first Big 12 game in their history in the league. Off the timeout, left side run, and almost a first down. Real close. Risano, and that. Now Kyle Whittingham is going to use his 2nd timeout. That was a gain of 7 when the Utes had to be loading up for the run. And now it's almost like do or die here for Utah.
It is, with a little over 6 minutes to go in the game. Down 2 possessions. This is a gotta-have-it moment for the Utah football team. They have to get a stop. They have to get the football back to their offense. The back is against the wall right now.
So 3rd and 1.
You know, you're talking about Arizona that last play, running for 7 yards. You know Utah is selling out to stop the run. When have you ever seen a team come into this stadium, Rice-Eccles Stadium, and push the Utes around?
Does not happen very often. So can the Wildcats get a yard? If they can, they are almost all the way there to a monster win. Fullback Luke with Conley in the backfield alongside Fafita. On 3rd and a yard, handoff, and Conley got tackled, and I don't think he got there. In fact, he might have lost a yard. So Kyle Whittingham will use that final timeout. Alakai Gilman from his safety spot.
Utah, the 3rd and final timeout of the half.
So Utah's out of timeouts, but I do think they forced 4th down.
That was an incredible individual effort by Alakai Gilman. You mentioned him, strong safety coming off the edge, unblocked, chasing down the ball carrier to force 4th and short.
So now Arizona, I mean, it would take some monster guts to go for it and try to just put the game away. So from this part of the field, they're going to punt the ball, I do believe.
Personally, yes, I am punting this every day of the week. And then some, up 2 scores. Utah is a true freshman quarterback on the other side. Got to play the field position game here. But keep this in mind for the Utah fans out there. This game's long from done. Got some timeouts in your back pocket, getting the football back. A little over 6 minutes to go in the game. Now, you have to have the ball bounce your way. You got to make some plays, but you're still in this.
Yeah, you have no timeouts of your own now after using them all, but you have that 2-minute timeout, which does, I mean, that does make a difference this year. But they're going to have to go and go real fast now. Salgado Medina, the punter. Pittman back to receive. Punter got pressured, and a pretty short punt. Fair catch right around the 30.
30-40.
So that's where Arizona gives the ball up to Utah. What a night for the Arizona defensive backs.
Oh, it's been incredible. From the first quarter to right now, just making play after play. Tacario Davis, what you just saw, that was a 4th down play earlier in the game, forcing no points on that drive to Utah. Davis making another play. You've had guys like Genesis Smith stepping in for Trayden Stooks, who went down with the injury early on. Emmanuel Carnley, who can go on, and all the credit needs to go to that guy right there. Dwayne Aquino, getting his secondary ready to play tonight.
Who's coached more good DBs in his college football career than almost anybody. Wilson bobbled it, and now he's going to go down. He dropped the snap, so that's going to waste precious seconds. They lose 3 yards on 1st down. That's not a very auspicious start to the drive.
No, Utah has to go here. You said it, Flem. No timeouts left for the Utes. Need to score twice. Got to be up-tempo here.
Got to be. From the pocket, Wilson throws middle, incomplete. Keefe was locked up by Jacob Manu. Well, Dwayne Aquino, we've been talking about him a lot tonight. He is the defensive coordinator. A lot of his years in college football, just a DB coach, but 3 Thorpe Award winners, 6 finalists, 12 All-Americans. He sent 41 defensive backs in his 42 years to play in the NFL.
Talk about a Hall of Fame resume, and he brings such a unique perspective to the defensive coordinator position. He's a college quarterback at Washington. He's been an offensive coordinator way back in his past. We talk about doing it at a high level for a lot of decades. No one's done it better than him.
3rd and long for Utah. Wilson steps up, now rolling right. Wilson takes a big hit, and it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down. And just to support what we've been talking about with those Arizona defensive backs, are 7 pass breakups, 7 tackles for loss. So that's not just DBs, 3 sacks, an interception. They have played so well. I know it's a young quarterback in there, but this is a Utah team with a lot of weapons on offense.
No question, and a very well coached and good football team for Utah. So, you know, I'm going to tip my cap to Arizona tonight. The defense really set the tone for their football team, and then I think the entire team fed off their energy.
Kind of the last chance here for Utah. Wilson across the middle, and he completes it right at the line to gain. We'll see where the spot is. The initial spot was not a very favorable one. In fact, they're putting the ball down at the 38, which is not enough. They need to get to the 39. So based on that spot, not close enough for Keefe.
Catch is short of the line to gain. First down.
30-40.
I mean, that's close. It's definitely, it was not a good, accurate spot. He's definitely ahead of where they put the ball, but I don't know if he got enough to actually get the first down.
I'm with you, Flem. The ball's somewhere between that 38 and a half, almost that 39-yard line, which is the line to gain to pick up a fresh set of downs for Utah. It's going to be close.
Another good play at number 23. Gang just hanging on to a 2 games old player, Brant Keefe, and dragging him down.
Yeah, let's call him. They played a heck of a ball game tonight along with Tacario Davis. Both those cornerbacks just absolutely outstanding, but making another huge play for the Arizona defense. I think Keefe's going to be short.
I think he is short. I don't think it was a good spot, but I don't think he got all the way where he needed to be.
Yeah, I think it's about a half a yard short.
I mean, that's Emmanuel Carnley. He's given up, what, like 45 pounds to Brant Keefe? And he got him to the ground about as fast as you can. All right, let's get the ruling.
After further review, ruling on the field stands. First down, Arizona.
So they just let the call stand, and that is going to about do it. The Wildcats, amazing. 5:15 to go. Utah can't stop the clock. And if Arizona gets a couple first downs, the game is going to end without Utah touching the ball again. And all this they've done without, I mean, that's probably their best guy. Number 2, Trayden Stukes. Dwayne Aquina said all the great players I've had, he's near the top of the list of most talented. And he's missed most of this game. Handoff on first down. And a tackle just short of the line of scrimmage. Arizona needs to let as much time as possible to tick off between plays.
Yeah, good tackle by Alakai Gilman coming up. And you're right, Flem. They're going to let this play clock run down. They're going to snap the football inside of 2-3 seconds every snap. They're in 4-minute offensive mode here. Just run out the clock, run the football, protect the football, stay in bounds. Trying to secure a massive road victory for this Arizona football program.
Change the whole trajectory of their year. The first game they've ever played in the Big 12. Be one of their biggest wins in a long time. That's Risano, who bounced off one would-be tackler and then got back to the line of scrimmage. This is the Arizona team that last year won 10 games, had an incredible bowl win, brought most of the players back. Their head coach goes to Washington, Jed Fish, and Arizona brought most of their talented guys back.
Well, and Flem, remember why McMillan, why Fafita, why so many others, Manu on defense, why they came back? Because they said they had unfinished business. They wanted to leave Arizona on the right note. You continue playing football like the way you did tonight, you're going to be very happy with where you sit at the end of the year.
And off on 3rd and long. And that's the right way to play it. So it's going to be 4th down. You know, the guys who came back decided not to go with Jed Fish to Seattle. Would have been easy to go. Davis, Fafita, Manu, McMillan. I mean, the right tackle, Sabainaya, is a heck of a player.
Yeah, you're talking about 3 potential first-round picks on that screen. Noah Fafita in that conversation whenever he decides to go to the NFL, just a redshirt sophomore. I mean, you're talking about some big-time talent that elected to stay in Tucson rather than following Jed Fish to Seattle. And you're seeing the results tonight.
I think Brent Brennan's going to let the clock go all the way down, the play clock all the way down to 0, then use a timeout.
Timeout, Arizona. They're second of the half.
So
30 seconds in lane.
3 minutes to go. Tyler Loop, the field goal kicker, is getting prepared for a long kick. There is a little risk involved if you try a long field goal. Utah's pretty good kick blocking special teams unit.
There is some risk because if you miss this field goal, you're giving up a lot of field position. But you got to remember who the kicker is, Tyler Loop, and he has put on just an unbelievable performance himself tonight, making field goals from all over the field.
Tyler Loop's got about the strongest leg I can remember for a college kicker. I mean, there have been some others here recently, but
when he made the 53-yarder, it looked like the football was above the upright. I mean, he could have made it from 60 plus.
So this one from beyond 55, maybe officially 56-yard try to push the lead up to 16. Snap hold, kick on the way. And that one again with just a huge leg is no good. So he hooked it
30
and missed that field goal. Plenty of leg, but no good. And look, you got the 2-minute timeout. And maybe that gives Utah just a little bit of life. Maybe. Well, when we're done here, lots to talk about on SportsCenter. Linda and Stan getting ready from LA. Full highlights and a total breakdown of an all-time game, Georgia and Alabama. Big upset in the SEC. Latest injury news from the NFL. That and much more when we're done here in Salt Lake City. The Utah fans cannot believe how this game has gone. Coming off a road win at Oklahoma State. Utah coming back home. Huge crowd. And they're down to their last gasp. Isaac Wilson throws deep over the top left side, and another pass defended. Intended for Singer. It's Emmanuel Carnley again.
You know, I know what the fans want. They want defensive pass interference there on Carnley. But I will say this, the officials have called the game the same way the entire time tonight when it comes to defensive backs, wide receivers playing out on the perimeter. They've let them play a little bit. They've let them be a little bit handsy. They've called it equal both ways.
Second down and 10 for Utah. Utes do have the benefit of the 2-minute timeout. Wilson across the middle. That one is caught right around midfield. Singer, another catch for him, his 9th of the game. Utah's got to go and go really fast. That one sails and it's picked off, intercepted. A fitting end to this one. Gunnar Maldonado, the Northwestern transfer, who's from the state of Arizona, with the interception. Arizona gets the ball back with 2:26 to go.
What a play by Maldonado from the free safety position. Just reading Wilson's eyes. Wilson trying to put the football down the seam. He's thrown a couple of these footballs a little bit high tonight. It's been a common theme for him. Maldonado making him pay for it.
3 games ball. Isaac Wilson frustrated. And you can understand why. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a chance to be a really good player here. But with Cam Rising missing a 3rd straight week, Utah's offense only able to put 10 points on the board tonight at home against a Wildcats team that got gashed last time they played against Kansas State. And now Arizona's going to just try to wind down the clock. Risano with a heck of a run down the left sideline. First down and much more.
And that's the ball game, Flem.
Player 1.
That's it. From this point, Arizona can take 3 knees in victory formation, best formation in football, and walk out of Rice-Eccles Stadium with a huge road victory here.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. Arizona going to go into that victory formation when we go back.
0. Player 1.
Domingo.
E é dia de derby, mais
Merengues e colchoneiros se enfrentam pela 4ª vez no ano. Até agora, um empate e uma vitória para cada lado.
Player 1.
E com tantos craques em campo, quem ganha é você. Atlético e Real. Neste domingo, 4 da tarde, ao vivo. Assista a este evento no Disney Plus Premium.
Desafiem as leis da física. Toda lei tem sua exceção.
Olha a recepção que me faz, vai.
Acreditem nas reviravoltas. Em 100 jardas, tudo pode acontecer.
E ele é bom demais.
Combine inteligência e força para derrubar todas as barreiras. Porque o domingo foi feito para gritarmos.
3-1. Player 1.
9h20 da noite, os Bills encaram os Ravens. Assista este jogo no Disney Plus Premium. Domingo.
Tudo pra ser um grande jogo, um clássico, um jogo pesado.
Mas o começo de temporada não tem sido muito bom para eles.
Boa tentativa,
E para mudar essa história, só uma coisa pode ser feita. É bola na rede e muita disposição para vencer. Manchester United e Tottenham. Neste domingo, 12h30 ao vivo. Assista o campeonato inglês na ESPN.
Quando as luzes vermelhas se apagam, os holofotes se voltam para os melhores pilotos do mundo. Eles vão desafiar o impossível e passar por cima de todos os limites. Isso é MotoGP. Espere pelo inesperado. Domingo, Grande Prêmio da Indonésia, 4 horas da manhã, ao vivo. Assista a MotoGP no Disney Plus Premium.
Quando a bola de beisebol sai das mãos do lançador, todos se perguntam o que vai acontecer. Ela será rebatida? Será ponto do time? Ou o batedor será eliminado? Teremos um home run? Na MLB é assim. Sutileza e estratégia brilham no diamante. E tudo é possível em um jogo que não tem hora. MLB ao vivo. Assista na ESPN.
No pé esquerdo, vem pro cruzamento, segundo a trave, perigoso. Gol!
6-3. Player 1.
Arizona going to put the finishing touches on an amazing win here on the road. And Noah Fafita with a heck of a gutsy performance tonight. His 2 touchdown passes. That last one, Brock, is about as good as it gets. Our player spotlight is brought to you by Cintas and Noah Fafita. The touchdown pass, that second one, plus the play before that, the numbers don't tell the full story about how well that kid played.
No, they really don't. One of the best quarterback performances I've ever personally witnessed. You got to think about the context of the whole situation. The last game, Arizona goes on the road. They only put up 7 points. They get blown out at Kansas State, completely embarrassed on national television. You go into a bye week and you have to sit in that for an entire week, really 2 weeks before you get to play another game. And Noah Fafita showed his poise, showed his command, showed his leadership, and came in here tonight to Rice-Eccles Stadium and put on an unbelievable performance.
One thing we learned about Brent Brennan, the first-year head coach in Tucson, he can utilize the bye week.
Yes, you can. I'd say they learned some things in self-scout, made a couple changes. Because I'll tell you this, through the first couple weeks of the season, this is not the offense that we saw at Arizona. They were sputtering, they weren't in sync, they didn't look in rhythm. Fafita even looked uncomfortable. But tonight, the performance against Utah was just superb.
Hugs all around, deservedly so. And that's a win that just changes the whole feel of the rest of the year. Arizona in their first game in the Big 12 with about as tough a win in this conference as you could possibly get, coming to this place to beat this Utah team.
Listen, momentum is so real in football. A win like this can create a springboard for the rest of your season, momentum that can't be stopped. Keep an eye on Arizona as we move through October and November.
And how about that? You go back over the last 20 years, 9th win as an unranked team against a team in the top 10. Nobody's had more than the Arizona Wildcats over the last 2 decades. Maybe we should have seen it coming.
So impressive. Give a lot of credit to that man there, Brent Brennan, bringing his ball club up here to a very, very tough environment and getting a monumental win for his football program.
Final seconds tick off the clock, and the Arizona Wildcats Big 12 era begins with a great win against Utah. Final score 23-10 for Brock Osweiler, for Stormy Bonatoni, and our whole crew. Dave Fleming saying thanks for watching this presentation of college football on ESPN. A whole lot to get to on SportsCenter with Linda and Stan ready in L.A.
Hi, and welcome to SportsCenter from L.A. Along with Stan Barrett, I'm Linda Cohn. A jam-packed Saturday of college football, beginning with a matchup that never, ever disappoints. Georgia against Alabama.
Yeah, the latest edition of the rivalry went from looking like a total blowout to one of the greatest comebacks you've ever seen, and ended up as a nail-biter, instant classic with some incredible plays that you have to see. In case you missed the game, we have the highlights, and there were a bunch of them. Alabama had won 8 of the last 9 against the